Hi, I'm Jessica Bruner. I'm an independent consultant with Norwex, and I'm excited to share with you my favorite package, which is our Just Add Water package. Most of our packages have a great amount of savings by bundling these items together, but this package is my favorite not only because it includes our mop, which is our most coveted item, or at least one of our most coveted items. It also includes some items that are going to start saving you money immediately, which is very nice because if you're investing in products that are going to be healthier for you, safer for you, and also save you time and money, it's nice if you can see the savings right away since you made an investment all in one chunk. So I'm excited to share this with you. The very first product that I'm going to show you is our Envirocloth, and all of our cloths, most of them, have a tag and it will tell you what it is. So if you're just getting started with Norwex, you can look at it and go, oh, that's what that's for. This tag also doubles as a hanging tag, which is really nice because I'll tell you about that in a little bit. But our Envirocloth is your everything cloth. It's everything, right? So this will clean everything literally from the black ring around your doorknob to your bathroom, your toilet, and your mirrors and windows. This will clean everything. The microfiber is very high quality, so this is not like the stuff that you buy in the dollar store, and most microfiber is about 1/6 or 1/60th, somewhere around there, of a human hair diameter, and ours is 1/200th at least. So that is amazing, and that microfiber, since it's so high quality, it actually allows you to remove 99% of bacteria from a surface. Remove, not kill, remove off the surface with just water in this cloth, and that is insane. If you look at the back of like disinfecting wipes and cleaners, it will tell you that yes, it will kill 99% of germs, but only if you leave the surface visibly wet for at least usually 5 to 10 minutes, and then you're supposed to rinse the surface afterwards to remove the toxic residue that it leaves behind. So not only are most people not killing as many germs as they think, they're also leaving behind a very toxic residue, so it's actually just a really bad situation overall. So our cloths are safe and they will actually clean amazingly well. So when you follow the proper care and instructions for your Envirocloth, you will actually remove 99% of bacteria from the surfaces in your home with just water and this cloth. So that to me is amazing. Now, not only will you remove 99% of bacteria, but you will also, when you rinse it very well, this is the great thing about this cloth too, you can clean and then rinse. It rinses out very well, unlike traditional cotton cloths or even other microfiber cloths. You rinse and keep going, and then when you're done, you rinse really well and you can agitate it a little bit, and then you hang it to dry. Now there will still be a tiny bit of bacteria left in the cloth, which normally is not a problem, except when you leave it there for a while, then that bacteria starts to duplicate. And so when it replicates and grows, that's when you get stinky cloths, and not only stinky cloths, but you have bacteria all throughout your cloth, and now it's smearing everywhere. So you don't want to clean with it. Usually you have to clean and then throw it in the wash, and then clean and throw it in the wash. And these allow you, since we have patented silver, it's actually micro silver, which will not wear out of your cloth. Micro silver in the cloth, that will inhibit that bacterial growth so you don't get stinky cloths. So this is kind of a miraculous cloth, and it sounds too good to be true, but I'm going to show you that this stuff actually works. So to get started, I am going to start off with our famous raw chicken demo. So if you've never seen this before, this is amazing. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys here. Okay, so I'm going to have our cloth right here. Oops, sorry. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to actually put this off to the side so that you can see. I have raw chicken, so this is going to be quite the gross demo. I have also this ProClean test swab, and these test for protein on the surface, and these are usually what like restaurants and things will use to test for cleanliness. And the reason we test for protein is if there's protein left on the surface, there's other stuff left on the surface. Protein is one of the hardest things to remove, so if you're removing the protein, you're cleaning it pretty well, which is amazing. Okay, so here's our little answer key. Green is good, all of this is bad. Okay, so there's no liquid in here, and there's just this solution up here. So what I'm going to do first of all is take this chicken. This is our nasty, look how gross and like juicy that is. Sorry, there's like some cloud cover here. Okay, so I'm going to smear this. This is our nice Norwex cutting board, by the way. So I'm going to smear that right there so that you can see that it's nice and juicy. Okay, there you go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our Envirocloth and I have it folded to this tag side so that you can see that I'm using the same side. And we're just going to do this one swipe wipe, okay? And I'm going to leave this sit right here so you can see. Now, I'm going to take this swab and swab all over here. So there we have a nice, pretty green. Now, I'm going to leave this sitting right here. I have a thread here. And then I'm going to take this chicken nastiness and I'm going to smear this all over the clean area. Now, normally you would not want to do this with a cloth because that's pretty disgusting, right? So our microfiber not only grabs onto things, but it hangs onto them until you rinse it out really well and kind of agitate. So this is going to be amazing. So now we still have this nice clean green swab. We're going to swab all over here. Now, we're going to tap this here. See how that is nice and still green? The cool thing is that not only is this clean, but I'm going to show you that when we touch this, it's actually going to turn purple. So here we have a nice green swab, but this shows that yes, it actually does work. Okay, so now we have a grody purple swab. So there we have it. It's turning gray and then purple. So this is kind of amazing stuff right here. Oh look, the chicken even turned purple. It's protein, it's protein. Okay, so that is our first demo right there. See that nasty swab? Okay, now I'm going to show you some of the most amazing things to go with your Envirocloth. With the Envirocloth, you can clean most of the surfaces in your home, of course, but there's some great pairings that go along with it. So here I have this mirror. It's kind of dirty from all of my demos and stuff. And I'm going to smear some Vaseline on this. And the reason I use Vaseline is not because you frequently get Vaseline all over your mirrors and windows, but because it's a very greasy substance. And so normally if you try and wash something with grease on it, with just water, it's gonna smear. So I'm going to show you how our Envirocloth can be paired with our window cloth. And this also comes as a basic package set together. So if you want to start small, you can start with that. But you use our Envirocloth, sorry, you guys, I can't talk. You use our Envirocloth wet to clean. And then obviously it still will have the water on it, so you wouldn't want it to sit there like that. So then you use our window cloth to dry and polish. And this is gonna give you that nice, streak-free, amazing, beautiful shine. And normally windows and mirrors do not go like that, and it's normally a pain. So there you have our nice, beautiful, streak-free shine right there with just 2 cloths and water, and the same cloth that I just cleaned up raw chicken with. So that is absolutely amazing. Okay, so the next things that I want to show you, look at that, so gross. So the next things that I want to show you are going to be related to our laundry stuff. And laundry is like a horrible chore, and it's also like kind of expensive. Sorry, let me adjust here, sorry. It's obviously not a professionally produced video here. Okay, so our first thing that I want to show you is our laundry detergent. This is Ultra Power Plus. It is a powder, but this is the absolute most safe and free detergent you're going to find. Now, normally if you switch to something like that, it still has like fillers and it still has some other things that aren't as great, so it may not be as bad as some of the leading detergent brands, but it's still not perfect. It's still not as great as you're going to get. So this is the cleanest laundry detergent I've ever found, and it works, which is the most amazing part, because you think, you know, if you're sacrificing quality for being safer, but that is not the case with this. This is the best detergent I've ever used, and it's multifunctional, which will save you some money. So you can actually dilute it into a spray bottle. You can use it on your carpets. You can use it for a little extra cleaning power around your house. You can use it as a pre-soak and make a paste out of it. It's kind of amazing stuff. So we also use this to deep clean our cloths. After you've had your cloths for a few months, you'll want to do a deep clean, and I can explain more about that if you ask me. But this detergent is free of phosphates, sulfates, chlorine and bleach, fillers, optical brighteners, dyes, and fragrances, and it's biodegradable. Now, here's the miraculous part. This detergent bag is kind of small. This is our full-size bag, and so I thought, well, that's kind of crazy. So I found out that you actually, the bag directions are wrong, so if you get a bag, do not follow the directions, contact me and I'll give you the correct directions. These are formulated for European washers. So most people will use between 1/4 of a teaspoon and 1 tablespoon. That is insane. So that depends on your washer type and your water hardness. So contact me if you have questions about how to find out what you need. But I used about 1 teaspoon in my washer, and I thought I'm gonna mark on the bag every time I do a load, and that way I'll know how many loads this bag can do. That was a mistake because I do a lot of laundry, but it took me a year to get through this bag, and I had over 300 loads, well over 300 loads. It was like 350 or 340, something like that, 360, somewhere in there. So it was a massive amount of loads in this one bag. So this bag all of a sudden is now the cheapest detergent I've ever seen. That is crazy. So this stuff is amazing. It works very, very well. It's taken stains out of things that had been washed multiple times. So this stuff is amazing, and it will save you money. It will be safer for you when you wash your clothes in detergent that has all this other stuff. It actually deposits things onto your clothes, like fragrances, to make them smell good, but it's actually just masking the odor. And it has optical brighteners are actually just like a tint that it puts on your clothes to make them look brighter to your naked eye, but they're not actually brighter. So they're actually quite unhealthy for you. So this detergent is amazing. Another laundry item that will save you a ton of money is our dryer balls. These are our wool dryer balls. They're 100% New Zealand wool all the way through. This is kind of what sets them apart from the cheapies that you can buy online. They're 100% wool all the way through, so they will last you longer. I've only had ours for about a year or so, but I know consultants who've had theirs for like 3 to 5 years and they're still going strong. And the cool thing is if you get some fuzzies on them, you can take them off. If you want to recharge them, you can actually just put a sock over them and then throw them in the wash and then throw them back in the dryer, and they're good to go again. So the cool thing about these too is that you can actually drop a few drops of essential oils on these, and it will kind of lightly scent your clothes if you prefer a smell, but it's not toxic. But the cool thing about these is they actually, I say that a lot, don't I? The cool thing about these. Well, there's a lot of cool things to show you. So these will actually get in between your clothes, which allows the air to pass through easier, which means less drying time and less heat, which means less money. So these are amazing. I used to have to actually cycle my clothes on the time drying cycle, 1 3/4 of a time cycle. And then, yeah, so that changed a lot. And 1 cycle or 3/4 of the cycle was all of a sudden good now. So that has saved us a ton. And especially in the summer when you're running your dryer, or if you're on like one of those power savings plans where you can't run it during certain hours, that's really going to cut down. So you're going to be able to cycle more loads through before those hours, or you're going to be able to run a load and use less power. So that's kind of amazing. I love that. So that saves you a ton of money right there. Also, dryer sheets are the 3rd most toxic thing in your home. They are absolutely horrible for you. They are linked to numerous health problems. It is absolutely bad for you. So getting rid of those really is a good thing. These will actually help reduce static if you use them correctly. If you dry your normal drying time, you'll probably over dry them because these work so well, and then that will give you static. But if you use them correctly, and if you turn down your heat and reduce your drying time, they'll actually soften your clothes by beating, against them, and they will reduce your drying time and reduce static, which is amazing. Okay, the next thing that I want to show you is our dusting mitt. Now, if you live in a dusty area like me, whoa, dust is your nemesis. This thing is amazing because a normal duster, you have to like rub and all this stuff, and it's just not very great. And normal dusters fling dust everywhere. So this will actually rub over things and dust them, which is kind of cool, and it is just with your hands, so it's kind of nice. And this is very plush, and it's statically charged, so this will actually really pick up that dust and cling to it. Now, here's the cool part. Not only is this two-handed, which my husband loves because he's left-handed, but also you can take this and instead of, oh, okay, now I've picked up all the dust, now I need another one and I have to throw this in the wash because, it's full of dust so it won't pick up anymore. You can take this rubber brush, and which is also included in this package. You can brush off the dust and then go back to dusting. So not only will this get the dust off, but it will also recharge that static so that it will keep picking up very, very well. Our next thing that I want to show you is our Envirowand. So this thing is awesome. Your kids will love it as a lightsaber. Or if you're a crazy dorky adult like me, you'll like it as a lightsaber. This thing is awesome. So this is our magic wand. Also, you can even use this to clean your oven window. There's actually a slot underneath, like in the normal pan, there's a slot that will allow you to stick something up there and clean your window, and this fits. So it's really cool. So this is bendable, so you can bend it to whatever shape you want at whatever point you want, and then it has these lovely microfiber fingers on one side and then just a flat microfiber on the other side. Now this gets better, so I'm going to transition into talking about our mop. So let me move back here. Our mop pairs very, very well with this Envirowand because you can actually take off the handle of our Envirowand and put it onto our mop. Now on this mop handle I have our ergo bend, so it doesn't necessarily look like this. This is a separate attachment that does not come in this kit. So you can actually attach our Envirowand to this mop handle, and it is amazing. So now you can extend this like really far and get all sorts of really high things like ceiling fans, vaulted ceilings, things like that. So it's kind of amazing. And then you can also use the rubber brush on this to remove the dust as well. Okay, so that brings me into our mop system. There's a reason that this mop system is coveted by all. So this is our dry mop pad, Yellow Sunshine. It's plush like the dust mitt, so it's statically charged and picks up all sorts of stuff. Oh, sorry, you guys. All right, I'm gonna show you how this works. Normally with other kinds of mops, you have to refill. I'm going to show you too. This is ergonomically correct, so you want your mop to be like about here, somewhere between your mouth and your chin. So this way you can do this and not have to bend over, which most mop handles are much shorter. They're like down to here and you're bending over, and that's really bad for your back. And I have a bad back, so I definitely don't want to be doing that. Okay, so let me show you how this works. For our dry mop pad, you're going to be picking up all sorts of dust and fuzzies and things that you normally wouldn't. This can replace your broom. This is really, really great for pet hair. I don't have a massively large area of floor to show you, but normally what you would do if you have a large floor is kind of do a figure-8 motion like this. And then that keeps all of this dust stuff right here. And you can either keep a little tiny dustpan and sweep that up, or you can take a wet Envirocloth and scoop that up. Now, shorten this and show you, this will have picked up all of this stuff. Look at all that. Oh my goodness. Now, normally you would have to either get another pad, a disposable pad, or you'd have to throw this in the wash. But here's where that magic rubber brush comes into play again. You can just brush this right off into the trash and it recharges that static cling, and then it's good to go again. So that is the magic of that. And then we have a wet pad, and all you need to do is either spray this with water, or you can get it wet and wring it out really well. Make sure it's not too wet, otherwise it will actually just leave water streaks behind. You get this wet, and then you can, again, adjust it to be ergonomically correct and just mop. And then when it gets dirty, you rinse it off, rinse off the pad and wring it out and keep going. If you get a stubborn spot, you can just do this, and that is our mop system. So that is our Just Add Water package, and I'm very excited for you to see this video, and thank you so much for watching.